Hey folks, for OS Reviews. Today we have a video review of something quite fascinating. This is a touch sensor LED table lamp with Bluetooth speaker integrated into it. So it actually has an LED lamp with adjustable dimmable settings. You can make it brighter or dimmer. It offers a capacitive sensor which you can tap on the sides. And below here you have a light which will strobe and flash when you're playing back sound using the integrated Bluetooth speaker. So it seems like a pretty nifty tool. It also looks fairly modern in terms of design, and it comes in multiple colors that you can customize it with. It retails on Amazon.com for under $40, which is also pretty inexpensive for something that offers such a unique look and design. On the side, you can take a look at basic specs, including that touch sensor. You have different lights that will flash. It also includes a 3.5mm auxiliary cable if you don't want to use Bluetooth. It will work with basically any smartphone, any tablet, any MP3 player, and has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Other information can be found. You have access to a user manual documented in English and Chinese. You have access to the auxiliary cable, which is not gold-plated, and also a proprietary cable that you need to charge the Bluetooth speaker with. We kind of wish this was micro USB instead of proprietary, but that's one of the drawbacks of this unit. And finally, we have access just to the actual Bluetooth speaker / table lamp itself. And it comes with a bit of power pre-charged, so you don't have to kind of plug it in the moment that you get it, which is good. Setting on a desk or a surface, you can see that it looks pretty interesting in terms of design. It definitely looks unique, and unlike any other Bluetooth speakers we've tested in the past, it kind of looks like it's floating in air, which I think to be pretty cool. But one limitation we did find is that sometimes the actual lamp part is not completely aligned with the base. It's kind of lopsided. You kind of have to bend it a little bit on the top, which it doesn't always stay in place. So it doesn't look as slick as it does in the pictures. However, I think that functionality-wise, it definitely works relatively nicely. In terms of lamp, you can turn it on by tapping on the metal strip on the top there. So if I wanted to zoom in here, you can tap on there and then continue holding on it to change the settings to make it dim, and then tap on it again to make it slightly brighter. It's a capacitive sensor, so it's very responsive and easy to use. It can get pretty bright, so I can use it for reading ebooks at night or maybe doing some homework, place it onto a desk. It's not enough to replace a traditional table lamp, but it does provide a nice illuminance in 360 degrees, which is a unique facet of this particular product. And again, it has a rechargeable battery, so you don't have to keep it plugged into the wall. Now, we do have the black version here, which in my opinion doesn't look as cool as the white version does, but you can again select the color that matches your preferences. The actual arm here is crafted out of metal, so it has a pretty solid construction quality, and the bottom base is crafted out of a plastic material, which also has some rubber feet on the bottom that prevents the unit from sliding around. Down below here you see access to both the speaker, which is the Bluetooth speaker component, and also the LED light, which will flash and light up when you're playing your music. Down below here you have access to that charging slot, to the auxiliary cable, and on the other side there is also a switch that allows you to turn the unit on and off. The tablet is pretty simple. The name is actually called the SHS1118B, which is kind of odd, but afterwards I was actually pleasantly surprised with the audio quality that you get from this. It's a mono speaker, so it's not a stereo sounding speaker. With that being said, it's incredibly loud and rich. It also suspends in mid-air, so the benefits of that is it produces sound in 360 degrees as opposed to only one direction. So no matter where you're sitting around the room, you'll always be able to hear the sound, which is a very cool feature of the speaker. It also can get pretty clear, so if I pause on the music and you listen really closely, there's no static or distortion in the background, even if you turn the volume all the way up, which is something I really didn't expect from something that's so inexpensive and quirky in design. I expected the audio quality to be almost mediocre, but it was actually excellent on here. In fact, it's one of the best aspects of this particular product is that sound quality, which is cool. I can turn the volume all the way up. It gets pretty loud, and it definitely fills up the space nicely, so you can set it up maybe even multiple sets around the house for parties and for guests. It's definitely going to be something that starts conversations. Now, the one thing I didn't like about the speaker is that LED light function, or that flashing, strobing light. In fact, it only turned on for me a few times. It was a little bit finicky. Sometimes it also depends on the song you're playing and how loud you're playing it. Sometimes it depends on if you have an auxiliary cable plugged in or not. But as you can see right now, we're playing it using Bluetooth, and the lights on the bottom are not turning on, even though the instruction says that when you're playing back sound, it should automatically turn on. So it also depends on your battery level. If it's draining too low, it won't turn on. So it's one of the features that isn't so consistent. And so if you're getting this just for that light, I would say probably not only can you use it as a suspendable lamp for reading at night, you can also use it for playing back your tunes around the house. The Bluetooth speaker on here is quite powerful for a mono speaker, and it fills up spaces nicely. To check out more information, be sure to read our full written review, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.